Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. We are on chapter 264, and as I've been saying the last few chapters, shit is getting real. I believe last we left off, Hawks was confronting twice in a very ominous scene. Not to mention we had a sick Kaminari moment. So the attack is in full swing by the heroes. And yeah, let's just dive on into it. As always, the link in the description as to where I'm reading this from. And by the way, thank you guys so much for the support. The last chapter got over 1,000 views. Can't thank you guys enough. By all means, I love engaging in conversation with you guys down below. Last week had definitely a lot of conversations, and I'm sure this will be no different. So let's read this for the first time. Chapter 264. There's no title at the beginning, but I'm sure we'll get to it. Okay, so we have some sort of bunker in the middle of the woods, 800 meters southeast of the hideout, 1 kilometer west of the hideout. Okay, so there's two different bunkers. Looks like the villains are walking into. Maybe it's the heroes, I'm not sure. Good, as a guy breaks down a door, 800 meters north of the hideout. Okay. The hideout's underground facility, auditorium, Redestro, and it shows that room where Shigaraki was on the throne with all the people, all the army in front of him. He's in that giant auditorium room. Redestro. By the way, Shigaraki isn't in here. It looks like it's just Redestro. I'm listening, everyone. What's happening? As he's like smiling. Odd time to be smiling, but there's an important council meeting today. Any trivial issues? The heroes are here, as they shout at him. And he's still smiling. Our communication networks have been jammed, and the only way outside is through the mansion. Okay, so it looks like they destroyed that northern gate or something. A huge unit of heroes came out of nowhere. They've surrounded the mansion. He's still smiling. Okay, there we go. Now he's pissed. Excuse me. Because remember, Redestro's power, I believe, is stress. Allows him to kind of like Hulk out, become like a monster. Yeah, so he's freaking out. Cementos says, "You're the best, Charge." I assume he means Charge Bolt, because that's Kaminari's name. And whoa. Now we get a pan back view of the devastation that Cementos has done to this mansion. It looks like it's like crumbling to bits. And wow, there's just so many people out here, dude. Oh my god, I hope we get like a huge shot of like this war happening, because there's literally like 1,000 people on this panel, like as little ants. Crazy. And we get Kaminari still absorbing the lightning. Thanks. The electric dude who fired that electric quirk at Kaminari in the first place says, his quirk, is it absorption? You've got a good quirk, kid, but I bet you won't be able to handle a few million volts. Looks like he's charging up another attack. Ninpo. Oh, we get Ed Shot coming into the fray. And it looks like he's just zipping between all of those villains. And I think he's doing what 1,000 Sheet Pierce. Okay, so he's piercing all the villains. I can only assume he's doing what he did with that Nomu back in the Camino Ward arc, where he would like pierce them and kind of like knock them out, like by going through some non-vital stuff. I'm not sure how that works, but it looks like that's what he's doing there. I've pierced a small hole in each of your lungs. Ooh. It'd be dangerous to move around too much. That's freaking crazy. Dude, Edshot is not playing around. That's a pretty crazy thing to do to someone. And then we get Midnight rushing in. She's doing like just like a rush attack. I'm not really sure. It shows like each phase of her like flipping at them. So why don't you go ahead and collect yourselves now? The top left, it's like Japanese words, and the bottom right it says rush. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not a huge Midnight fan, or Mount Lady, I guess. I'm more of a fan of Mount Lady than Midnight. I've never been a huge Midnight fan. I don't know. She's fine for whatever it is. Conway Woods coming in. Lacquer Chain Prison, nice. Saw that in episode 1 of the entire series. I guess even chapter 1 of the manga series. So yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Lacquer Chain Prison. Just locking up all the... No, actually, no. We technically saw it in the Camino Ward arc. So I guess that was the last time we saw it. What is a disaster? The squads aren't doing their jobs like they should. I assume one of the villains is saying, hey, one of them just took out a bunch of us. Wait, the ground is... Ooh, is it the quicksand guy? Yeah, they got the quicksand guy from Class 1B. Good work, Mudman. You think so? As he's making... that's a really good power, honestly. Like, people don't talk about him enough, but being able to make anything solid into it like a liquid state, that's pretty freaking good. This is... And mushrooms appearing on him. Oh, we get the mushroom girl from Class 1B as well. Dude, she's got like a pollen gun. She's got like pollen guns. That's sick. Cough, 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 cough. What the? Mushrooms. UA High School Class 1B, Kanoko Kamori. I'm not going to remember any of these. Like, Class 1B is hard for me to memorize because they don't really show them that much. So I guess now I should probably take the time. Hero name is Shimage. Okay, it's a decent name. By the way, the mud guy was Class 1B, Juzo Honenuki. Hero name, Mudman. Okay. Again, this is an unofficial translation. They update it with the official one when it comes out, but this one just comes out a couple days before the official one, so I just like to read it, and I always go back and reread the official one later. The mushrooms will cover a wide area, she shouts. Wonderful, Shimage. Take care of the rest. As Gang Orca, a guy who kind of looks like Sonic, and some other people are rushing to go help. Looks like Mudman's going to help too. We'll do everything in our power to destroy their leader. Ooh, okay. Now we're going to Hawks. Pitter, one of his little feathers floating around. Using a cipher, I told them when to execute the raid. It was incredibly difficult. Patter, another little feather. The enemy's numbers have been menacing enough. Hey, says Twice. And considering the strength of your double, I couldn't afford to delay my mission even slightly. Hey, huh? I need to keep an eye out on you at all times. Ooh, a hawk's looking menacing right here. I mean, we'll see what his intent is. Let's go over the ideology of liberation before the council meeting. It sounded so natural, didn't it? Hawk! And then as that feather comes toward him, please don't resist. You will be placed under arrest and handed off to the police. Hold on, wait. Says Twice. I have to take responsibility. Ooh, it's showing flashbacks of it looks like Overhaul when he took Mr. Compress's arm and when he killed Magna. No, damn, Twice is like crying right now. He's looking, as we know, Twice is kind of mentally unstable, so he's kind of freaking out right here. Overhaul killed Big Sis Mag. And he took Mr. Compress's arm. Looks like he's talking to Shigaraki in a flashback. Hawks' eyes just closing in on those, looking just determined as all hell. Back to Twice. This always happens as he's just crying, dude. Oh my god. I love Twice. Like, Twice is one of my favorite villains, honestly. And this kind of hurts to see him crying like this. That guy, it all happened because I was careless. As he's talking, is more of a flashback. It shows him talking to Overhaul. And now it's happening again. As he's surrounded by all these feathers. And Hawks just, again, looking all sorts of mad. My trust. If only I hadn't put my trust into you. I thought he's so pitful, A cage isn't where I belong. Oh man, he's freaking out because he thought, like, Hawks was his friend, and... One quick second. Sorry about that, guys. My alarm went off on my phone. I forgot I had said that. But here we go. I thought he's so pitiful, And it just shows Hawks just standing in the doorway again. How good can a person be when they're already done for? Having faith placed in him by someone. And he's flashing back to some people he's done business with before. By a friend. If only I hadn't pitied you and put my trust into you, says Twice as he's surrounded by these feathers. You have my thanks, says Hawks. And Bubagawara stops crying for a moment, or he's crying, but he doesn't say anything. You were dealt a bad hand, but you can atone for your deeds and start over, says Hawks. I'll help you get back on your feet. Anyone who helps his friends can't be all bad. because you are a good person. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay. So Hawks is actually like trying to help Bubagawara here. That's good because I need to address something I said in the last video. I'll get to that at the end of this chapter. And then just shows him standing in the doorway with Twice surrounded. Twice says, "Shut up. Is this what a hero is? How am I meant to just start over?" Hawks says, "Stop." "Huh?" says Bubagawara. "Bubagawara, it never mattered what happened to the likes of me for as long as I can remember." As Bubagawara looks like one of the feathers rips off half his mask, so you see his right eye. "I don't want to fight you," says Hawks. "Bubagawara, that sounds like a you problem," Twice says. Okay, Twice is starting to use his power. Dude, oh gosh. Okay. "My existence is dedicated to giving my comrades the happiness they deserve." And it looks like Twice is doing his multiplication thing. It says "Sad Man's Parade." Dude, that's okay, that's pretty dope. Oh no, we get Hawks like closing his eyes. It says, and Twice, "You're not bad. The bad ones are always us hero scum." Oh gosh, as Dobby's just climbing the staircase. Oh shit. Dude, are we gonna get a Dobby versus Hawks versus Twice fight? Oh. Wow. Oh. Okay. Dude, the look on Dobby's face, that's something else. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a lot to talk about here. The thing I wanted to address in the last episode is I said, I got some comments about this. I said that Hawks, I kind of thought Hawks could be evil or he could be good. I didn't know what side of the coin he would be on. The reason I thought that is because I forgot how many chapters ago it was, like 20 or 30, I can't remember. There was that scene where Hawks like took out Best Jeanist in his apartment. Now we don't really know how that turned out or what really happened there, but it was very implied that like Hawks killed him, because after that the news reports came out like, oh, no one can find Best Jeanist, if I'm remembering that correctly. So that's why I kind of thought like maybe Hawks has his own motives, but he definitely genuinely seemed like he was working for the heroes here. And I like the moment where he's like, because you are a good person. Like he says that to him. Like I think he genuinely meant that. Like, because I think he could have probably killed Twice in that moment, but like, he was trying to, because they were developing a friendship, and maybe it was just Dobby. Maybe it was just Hawks. Getting all these names confused. Hawks was literally just trying to recruit Twice to the heroes just for the sake, because he is so powerful. That could be that. Maybe it was like all a facade. That's kind of to be determined, but Twice is having none of that. Activate Sad Man's Parade, which, by the way, that's such a sick name, because it shows like him multiplying in all of his clones and they're all crying. And dude, Twice is honestly probably one of the most badass people in the army, or on the evil army. I forget what you call them. And then we get Dobby coming up the steps. So we're obviously set for a confrontation between Dobby and Hawks, and Twice. He's there too. This is not good for Hawks. Like, I think Hawks is a beast, but do I think he can take out Dobby and Twice? I think he can barely hold his own against Twice, honestly. If Dobby's there, I don't know. I'm also not a huge Dobby fan. I never really thought he was that menacing in terms of his power, because we haven't really seen him do like a whole lot. We've seen him kill some like thug villains and stuff, but I always kind of thought of Dobby as kind of a punk. And what I mean by that is just like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many more people that are badass than him. So if they prove me wrong here, by all means, have at it. Man, there's some death flags popping up here. Like, Dobby could die, Hawks could die, Twice could die. This is a war. Like, no one's getting out of this war without losing people on their side. It's just not gonna happen. That'd be the dumbest war ever. And as of right now, no one's died yet. We have Mirko, who's lost an arm. For the heroes. Outside, we saw a lot of the villains get pierced in their lung by Edshot, but I mean, like, no one's died yet outside of that Nomu who got decapitated with Mirko's thighs. But I mean, hey, like, that might be better than living, personally. I'm kidding. But yeah, who am I rooting for? I'm definitely rooting for Twice. Twice is definitely kind of like my favorite villain that's not Stain. I mean, Stain's an anti-hero. I like Shigaraki and Twice as my favorite villains, so I'm rooting for him. I don't want Hawks to die. I feel like Hawks has a lot more to provide to the story. Again, I wouldn't care too much if Dobby died. I'm not a huge Dobby fan. Who knows? Maybe no one will die in this fight. Like, maybe it'll just kind of end in a draw. But I feel like we're kind of due for. Literally, the only major death we have in the series so far is Night Eye, or Best Jeanist if he did indeed die. But that'd be kind of weird if he died off camera. I don't know. There's a lot to think about. Yeah, poor Twice though. Betrayed by someone he thought was a friend. He's kind of freaking out this episode, or this chapter, I should say. But it was cool seeing Mudman and Mushroom Girl, or they call her She-Mage, going into the fray. It's pretty sweet. I'm glad a lot of the students are helping, even though like the older heroes are doing the hard work. Not to say the other ones aren't doing hard work, but yeah. But it looks like Redestro is going to enter the fray soon. He's getting pissed. So I don't know who's gonna take him on. That's gonna be tough. Not to mention we still don't know where Gigantomachia is. They haven't shown where he is. I'd love if he fought the rest of Class 1A's group, that support group that's on the side. I could totally see that happening, like a flank of villains led by Gigantomachia. Because Gigantomachia is not even with Shigaraki and the Doctor. He's not even defending them, so he must be doing something important right now. Yeah, just crazy. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, please leave your thoughts down below. I love the discussions, and thank you guys so much for making the last video 1,000 views. That was great. Can't thank you guys enough for your support. I'm so glad you like this series, and yeah, I'm going to continue it every week. So if you like it, by all means subscribe, or don't. You don't have to, but just like feel free to join the conversation every week regardless, because it's always fun. So until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.